Hello, hello, and welcome to the 21st of August. I feel like it's someone's birthday today. I can't remember. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. All right, I do believe that I am fully live now, so I will just start. All right, so we currently have the moon is still in Cancer. All right, so family matters, ancestry, nurturing, snuggles on the lounge. I am back at this house now. So I had a fabulous day with Rain yesterday, very cute, and the baby is doing fine so far, as far as I know. So let's just fingers crossed that she's released today and can go home. So, all right, now the moon is doing some stuff today. All right, so you know what? I'm just gonna go straight to the moon in Leo. Actually, I'm gonna click. It's not working. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Mikkel. How are you? Bonjour. All right, so now I'll read the words. So there's a bit more depth today in our thoughts as we put together a plan that will take us forward in a more supportive way. What is it that holds us back, and how can we put plans in place to maneuver a better way through so that we are not so buffered by the winds of change that are blowing? All right, so just in general, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure everybody's feeling it. Mercury is being a little bit tricky. While he's getting his momentum back up again, he's going back over things that we have already touched on twice now. So, we could be closing out a lot of chapters. So just sort of be aware. Now, like I said, the moon. All right, so when the moon moves into Leo at 9:17 a.m., that is for Scottsdale. So, I mean, it'll just say just around quarter past. All right, so first off, we've got the moon is going to go into a trine with Saturn. Now, this is good for us making plans. All right, and then the trine to Neptune is at 12. So just consider between that 10 to 12 mark, or 10:30 to 12 mark. We're thinking Saturn and Neptune both retrograde in Aries. We're looking within to, determine where it is that we need to apply apply the passion. Like, where are we wanting to put our focus, our flow, those type of things. All right, like I said, we've been there. Now we're sort of figuring out what worked, what didn't, so that when those guys go forward again, we can go forward with much more determination and focused effort. All right, now at 11:30, so in the middle of that, or while that's still going, the moon is then going to sextile Uranus. All right, so this is moon in Leo, being all leadership orientated, center of attention. Sextile Uranus in Gemini, sparkly ideas, innovation, because we are putting a plan together that's going to take us forward. Maybe we can, again, we've been there, done that, trying, this is the third hit. We know what worked, we know what didn't. We know where how our energy is feeling. Maybe some innovative ideas, culminating in the moon opposition Pluto at 1 p.m. Now, please be aware that currently, just with the celestial conditions, you might be feeling a little bit shit. We're moving into, Virgo season, and, the sun's at the end of Leo. With everything that's going on. If you are feeling fatigued, exhausted, generally, it's normal. All right, it's okay. It's time to support yourself. I know that I have a list of complaints right now: toothache, neck, shoulder, all the things. But hey, I'm in Sydney. I'm with family. I'm having friends. Life is good. You've just got to sort of look at that bigger picture. This is a fleeting moment in time. All right, maybe a little bit more rest is needed across the board. All right, because, heading into Virgo season on Saturday. Is it Saturday or Friday, Arvo? No, it is Saturday, early Saturday morning, where we're then going to be going, all right, what do I need to do for self-care? How can so part of this planning that we're looking at with these the determination for the plans, the adjustments is, ultimately we want to be the best versions of ourselves, which includes, functioning well, eating right. All of the healthcare principles are going to come into full force during Virgo season, especially with the 2 Virgo new moons that we have next month. Oh, sorry, well, this, the solar month, not the calendar month. All right. Now, another one that has started is the Sun is now in conjunct Saturn. All right. So here's another aspect of, the adjustments that are needing to be made, because we've been there, done that, seen that it didn't quite work out the way we wanted to. Let's retreat, so we can, make those adjustments and then move forward much more functionally. All right, so still that square to Uranus, still haven't looked at when that is exact because, hey, it's Uranus, surprise. Mercury still not making any contacts, so again with the mental fatigue too. Mercury not in a great place, not making any connections, starting to speed up, it's just like, anyway. Venus is also trine Saturn and also now opposing Pluto. All right, yesterday she wasn't opposing Pluto. Why? And square Chiron. All right, Mars making no other connections. Saturn making no other connections. So, there's a couple, there's, I don't know, it's a very wishy-washy sort of energy right now. It's like, I'm going to do this, but first I've got to do this, and I've got to build myself up to feeling like I want to do it. And even if you don't want to do it, just chip away. Just chip away. Oh my gosh, look at everybody. Good morning, Susan. Hello, Heather. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Christy. Hey, Deb, how are you? It is so wet here. Oh my gosh. It's I haven't experienced rain like this for ages, obviously. The poor east coast of Sydney is getting smashed. Tassie didn't get this. So it didn't cross the Bass Strait. All right, so part of what we're experiencing may be the feeling of treading water. All right, and right, so now with this opposition to Pluto at 1 p.m, all right, please be aware that you need to release the need to control situations so that bitterness doesn't come up and start to eat away. All right, with the whole Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, we're going to these outer planet sort of vibes. It's not the personal planets. The personal planets are, Venus is in a really nice condition. Mars and Mercury not talking to anyone. They're just sort of doing their own thing. Maybe they've gone over to the drinks table in the room and they're like, I don't want to engage in conversation right now. And so be it. Mars has been negotiating. He's probably fucking exhausted. Mercury, yes, he is absolutely exhausted. So, so taking ourselves forward and being supportive to ourselves. And I've just got this feeling right now. It's a very visual sort of experience. Sorry. So when I was just saying about people going over, or planets going over to the drinks table, I feel like there was a lot of eye rolls and sighs, and I'm not up for dealing with you right now, and withdrawing the need to control, withdrawing the need to make a statement, because is it going to make a difference? All right, that was just a little ad in there for you. Also, all right, so there was another aspect that I did see today. It is, so we've got that mini grand trine with the Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, all right, that's that big collective shift that we're going through. Well, for today, and probably yesterday as well, which I didn't pick up on, was that there is a mini grand trine between the Sun in Leo, Hygeia in Gemini, and Chiron in Aries. So again, we're very, very specific with this health-orientated, what are you doing about your health flavor that is going on. Like, I've got a dentist appointment at 10 a.m. and I'm so looking forward to it because, oh my God, toothaches. Like, oh, seriously, I haven't had a toothache in like years. So, and it's just one of those, and I mean, this could be just a really good analogy for the complaints or the issues that you're having in life. Is it just this dull ache that you can't get rid of? Highly recommend cloves to anybody with toothaches. They are fabulous and they don't affect your gut as badly as what Panadol does. But yeah, ye old worldy old wives' tales. Try munching on cloves. It absolutely works. But again, the point is, you know, what are you doing about any of these health related maladies that you are either ignoring or doing something about? You know what I mean? Like, you know, I keep saying don't ignore things, and maybe, you know, you are in this case making the phone calls, doing the visits, you know, seeing the specialists. You know, so much of this is about pride, mental health, you know, being a strong individual, owning the things that are making you feel, all right? Because the universe doesn't give you things by chance. It deliberately gives you situations that are going to make you think. You know, if you think of the Louise Hay, you know, our body is going to be the things that are delivering the messages. So this is why health and fitness is so important in spirituality, because you're like, your body is literally the antenna that is you know, that is feeling the celestial influences. You know, our body is giving us the messages of the things that we need to be you know, looking at. Like I've been sort of going, teeth are indecision. What am I indecisive about? I don't know. So, you know, maybe you don't exactly know what the issue is, but go and do the things. All right, so I just thought that was interesting, you know, because there's only 2 days left, you know. So yeah, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning, the sun moves into Virgo. So you know, yeah. Anyway, moving forward, that might be it. Now I'll just click the button again, because I felt today I only brought 2 lots of cards with me this time, so I really feel like it's a gunner day. There you go, Deb. Hello, Sean. How are you? It's a gunner day. So we're going to get a heal yourself card today. Even though the moon is not in Scorpio, it's very much relevant to sort of, you know, what are you doing to help yourself? You know, what are these messages the universe is sending to you via your physical form? You know, like, again, my neck and my shoulder, my teeth, I'm like, where am I being stubborn? And where am I not being flexible? Where do I feel like there's too much weight on my shoulders? And so, you know, these are things that I have to look at, because my body is not letting them go. So, see, I can move my head. Yeah, I can't do that very much. But anyway. All right. Little Mr. Mason is here today. Oh, we got 2. All right. Have faith and temptation. I love it. I love it. All right. So I don't know which one is. Oh, temptation and have faith. I suppose they do go together. All right. Let's have a look. 22 came out first, which is have faith. But then, yeah, okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Hang on. Where's my glasses? Oh, all right. So card number 22, have faith. To generate more faith, focus on the why, your dreams, desires, feelings, attitude, and thinking, and not on the how. Action plans. There we go. That's why this one came together, because we are putting together an action plan in general. All right. Your whole life you have been taught to think about how, which leads to doubt and fear. The wisdom of this card is to focus on why. All right. The magic will happen if you stop focusing on how and only on why. Wow, she's very continually wordy. All right, I'm going to move to the other one. There you go. Stop focusing on how and just on the why. All right, now temptation is, life is full of temptations right now, and right now you're being asked to choose the higher path. Maybe that's part of the plan, you know, choosing the higher path. You need to prove that you are worthy. Your need to prove that you are worthy and important is clouding your true purpose and tempting you to make the wrong decisions. Ooh. Become aware of what is happening in your life right now. Are you feeling bored and looking for something outside instead of being honest and working on the challenges that you're experiencing? Is there a work opportunity that is tempting you to act without integrity in order to get ahead? Are you using money as an excuse to not follow your heart? This card asks you to focus on the bigger picture and be honest with yourself and take the higher path. All right, I love that. All right, so take the higher path and have faith that, you know, these things that you are experiencing are all, you know, they're all pointing towards something very specific, and only you can truly know what that answer is. You know, we go to specialists to find out, you know, their opinions of what's going on and to get things proven. You know, we go to psychiatrists to undo the knots of the past so that we can have clear and free thinking in the future. You know, we go to all of these outside influences. Obviously, they are medical professionals, and I will always say, go to a medical professional. But ultimately, you know, it's the sitting in quiet that is going to, and having faith, that is going to be the thing that can really pinpoint stuff, you know. Again, if you take the physical and the metaphysical, you know, that metaphysical principle is entirely on you. And just like here, just like this, I don't know, this is like, you know, you have that guiding light in you and you know what you need to do. So, excuse me, that is me. I will click one more time. Oh, yeah, they are, aren't they? They're lovely. So, great cards today. A good thing today. So, you know, as a quick recap, between 10:30 and 12, we've got that moon in Leo trine the Saturn Neptune. So, how can we move forward so that we can feel like we are good leaders, that we are proud of ourselves, and come up with brilliant new ideas to take that higher path, to make plans that are innovative and different to the things that you have been doing thus far. And then 1 p.m, release the need to control, because an opposition with Pluto is, you know, that sun in its, you know, the moon in the sun's sign is maybe shining a light on some sort of emotional triggers that you have that could be stopping you from moving forward, or, you know, sharing that light with a greater community. All right, so yeah, release the need to control, especially if you are feeling bitterness or anger towards someone. Take back your power. Take back that Leo's sunshine. Focus your energy. Oh my God, I'm weirdy over here. Focus that energy and yeah, be proud of yourself, guys, because you've made it this far. You've made it this far, and you've got plenty of road less to travel. Take the higher road. So I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. When the sun is reaching that 29th degree, so we'll probably have a recap of the last 29 days of Leo season to see where are you proud of yourself, you know, where are you a good leader. So with that, mwah, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.